What's up guys, it's Travis and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be talking about the fact that Bitcoin has finally broken free from this consolidation that we've been stuck in for the last 3 months now. Only the future can tell us what's about to happen next in the Bitcoin world, but guys, I am so excited. So if you guys get value from today's video, then please make sure to leave that thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. Let's jump right into it. Coming over, taking a look at this, as you guys can see, a lot of YouTubers have also called this out. We saw this inverse head and shoulders here. Right here we got one shoulder, this is the head, this is another shoulder, and a lot of people were calling for us to hit somewhere in this $36,000 range because of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now you guys can also see that we've hit this bottom range right around $29,000 1, 2, 3 times, maybe 4, maybe 5 different times in this 3-month period. So it's just showing that it's been a very strong support level, and now we're actually starting to see a reversal off of that. So this is very bullish in my opinion. This could very well be the beginning of a reversal, being something much larger than what we saw previously with the Bitcoin price at $65,000. Now I'm gonna get into a little bit more detail into why I think that, but there's a few people that I really love that I follow on Twitter, and I'm gonna show you guys what they're saying. Will Clemente has been putting out excellent content on Bitcoin, and so I wanna share a couple of the things that he was sharing on his Twitter. Now first off, you guys can see that Bitcoin is moving to the strong hands. This looks like a great opportunity for us to buy Bitcoin at a discounted rate because it looks like price has not yet caught up to the fact that all these Bitcoin are moving off of exchanges. So I think this is very bullish, especially when we're looking at spot price of Bitcoin and the amount of Bitcoin that is leaving exchanges and being bought up by these strong hands. So in my opinion and Will's opinion, this is very, very bullish. Now this next graph that I want to show to you guys is coming out from this Pintoshi on Twitter. Also a great guy if you guys have not been following him already. But he shows a bear's cheat sheet when it comes to the psychology of a market cycle. And pretty much if you guys have seen this chart before, this will look really familiar to you because this is just an inverse chart of the bull cycle, or the bull market cycle chart. And so it's kind of showing us the disbelief, the optimism. That's kind of where we were before Bitcoin crashed. We had this huge drop down and we kind of had this capitulation all the way down that made this euphoria. And we've been sitting down here for the last 3 months now. Now finally, we're starting to see this first bump up, potentially. It's not guaranteed yet, but this could be the beginnings of a reversal in Bitcoin. And this is where it gets to the complacency part on the bear's market cycle. So why am I showing you guys this? Well, this is kind of what I'm expecting with the Bitcoin's chart in the upcoming weeks to months to follow. Just because we had so many people that were bullish on Bitcoin and then it dumped, and a lot of people are just expecting for lower and lower prices. Like they said, Bitcoin to 1K by the end of year, blah, blah, blah. Drowning out all the noise. I've been telling you guys we need to be buying in at these discounted levels, and it looks like it could be paying off. So I'm very excited and very happy that I was buying as much Bitcoin as I possibly could at these levels in expectation of seeing this relief rally. It could be a relief rally or it could be a continuation of the Bitcoin bull market. We don't know what that is yet. So I'm very excited either way to finally see Bitcoin going back up. I'm glad I was able to buy in at these lower levels, but I'm ready to see the price go up. And as they're saying right here, we're gonna see a lot of these bears in denial of the fact that Bitcoin is going up or that it may continue to its all-time highs. They may be thinking, oh, this is just a relief rally. They may just be thinking, oh, I'm gonna short it now because we had this small bump. And this is kind of where this complacency, like this market, like this chart is showing us, there's a lot of complacency right now in the trading market. So like I said, just very exciting stuff, and I'm glad to be here with you guys and sharing this with you guys. Hopefully you're on the right side of this trade. I know I took a very large trade on this. Right now I'm up almost 70% on my trade already, and I'm planning on holding this trade for the long term because I don't think the bull market is over yet. I believe that we're gonna see Bitcoin prices well over $100,000 a coin, and so that's why I plan on just putting in a nice leveraged long and just writing that out all the way up until we break $100,000 Bitcoin. Now, if we don't and we just ride lower, that's fine. I'll cut my losses. But at the end of the day, the risk reward on this is so high. And just based off of some of these charts that I've been showing you guys, I just see Bitcoin as super undervalued. And so that's why I decided to take in this nice cushioned leveraged long in order to make the most out of this trade and get the most for my money. And I do not recommend leverage trading to most people just because leverage trading can be very emotional. It's hard to watch a lot of this price movement going up and down and seeing your portfolio fluctuate that much, especially in the crypto space, because we see 10x's, 100x's, and then to put leverage on top of that is just insane. So I do not recommend this for beginners. This is just something that I've personally done and it's worked out pretty well for me so far. Now, another thing that Will Clemente talked about that I also really liked, and he showed this chart here, and this is kind of what I see with the current bull cycle that we're in right now. He has the previous 3 Bitcoin cycles that we've seen prior to this, and he's kind of relating this 2013 rally to the rally that we're seeing right now. He believes, possibly, and so do I, that this could be the beginning stages of our rally. So as you guys can see, we topped out towards the top of this red bar in all 3, well, this one's more of the medium or middle of the bar, but in all 3 of these cycles, we topped out at almost the very top of this chart, which it looks like, according to his graph, is gonna be right around this $200,000 price. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin's gonna get that high, but Bitcoin's sitting here at roughly $33,000, and comparing that to a $200,000 Bitcoin is a great deal. So I, like I said, am taking full advantage of a discounted price on Bitcoin. Anyways, he's comparing it to the 2013 rally, and as you guys can see, we had this first huge pump up, a capitulation move, saw this consolidation for a while, and then just this slow grind up until we had this crazy wick off top here. And I kind of think, and it looks like Will's kind of saying the same thing, that we've seen this, and it's looking very similar to 2013, how we had this steady growth, we had this top, nowhere near this red bar like previous cycles, and we had this capitulation phase. Now, it looks like, comparing it to 2013, we may have this slow grind up until we have another wick off top. Now, like I said, even if Bitcoin doesn't reach the top at that $200,000 range, even if it only hits $100,000, that's still a 3x from where it's at right now. So taking advantage of these discounted prices on Bitcoin, in my opinion, not financial advice, is a great idea. Now, finally, something that I want to share with you guys, and I've been showing you guys a lot on my previous videos, is the crypto fear and greed index. The fear and greed index is sitting right now at 26, and it's been stuck in this range for what seems like an eternity. Looking at historical values, now is 26, yesterday 27, last week 24, last month 20. It's been stuck in this stage for several months now, guys, in extreme fear, in this fearful stage. Now, if you guys have been investing for a while, then you guys know that these markets are not sustainable with extreme fear or extreme greed. There's this constant push and pull, or this give and take in the market. So when you see extreme fear, we start to see an exact opposite. We start to see the price move in the opposite direction because it's correcting itself. It's almost like watching a pendulum swing. When you get too far in one direction, eventually it reaches that mark where it can't go any farther, and that's when it starts to begin its swing back the other direction. Now, that's kind of what I believe we're seeing right now. We saw this extreme fear sitting in almost 3 months of just extreme fear on the crypto fear and greed index. Now I believe we're going to start that slow swing back towards that greed index. Who knows where Bitcoin's going to go, but at the end of the day, my conviction says that this is a great opportunity to buy Bitcoin. That's because I understand what Bitcoin is, I understand the value that it provides, and I understand why it's undervalued. And because of these things, I can make an educated investment. Now, like always, you should not invest with money that you're not willing to lose, and on top of that, you should fully understand what it is that you're investing in before you put any of your hard-earned money into it. So that's pretty much all I've got for today's video, guys. I am so excited to see where Bitcoin goes from here, whether it goes down and I can buy more at a discounted price, or it goes up and my investment portfolio goes up with it. Either way, I'm excited to see what the future is for Bitcoin as long as it's moving somewhere. I've been so sick of watching the chart literally just do this for the last 3 months, and now we're finally starting to see movement. So if you guys are excited to see what happens next with Bitcoin and you got value from today's video, then please make sure to leave that thumbs up button down below and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future. As always, I'm Travis Trades, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon in the upcoming episode. Take it easy, guys.